Hey everyone's JackelWolf back in Skyfactory 4 with another 5 minutes. That's how I did it. If you've been following along, you know that we are working our way through every single advancement in the advancement book. Last episode we did the Tin Man advancement, which was to craft some tin amber. We also did It's Tin This Pack, where we pour some molten tin over a birch sapling to make the tin sapling. We also did the Hot Boys, which was to create some lava in a cauldron. Now, the lava in the cauldron is going to take an awful lot of cobblestone as well as my cobblestone tools. So rather than growing these the petrified tree and making cobblestone manually, I want to start off by making a cobblestone generator. Now, to make a cobblestone generator, we are first going to need a bucket of water. So we're going to come over here, we're going to grab that, and we're also going to need a bucket of lava. Now, I've got no lava in here, but we're going to go quickly 1, 2, 3, 4, and that gets us our bucket of lava. So if we come back over to the crafting table, we put the bucket of lava, the bucket of water, 1 piece of glass, and 6 pieces of cobblestone. That gets us our cobblestone generator. So we're going to come over here, we're going to place it down, and to make things, a lot easier as far as storage goes, we're going to place a chest right on top of that, and you can see now it is automatically feeding those pieces of cobblestone right into that chest. Now, there is an advancement where if we get a full chest full of cobblestone from a cobblestone generator, we will get that advancement. So this is going to run in the background. It might not even be done by the end of this episode, but we will eventually get that advancement. But this episode, we're going to work on Amber is the color of my dinosaur, which is got to be a reference to something. I have no idea what it was, but this one here, we obtain iron amber, and then we were going to make ourselves an iron wood tree and a iron ingot. Now, this seems to be a big problem, and I know in my stream world we did kind of struggle a little bit, figuring out how to do this, but it is a fairly straightforward once you kind of know the basics. To start, we're going to make ourselves that piece of iron amber. Now, similar to the tin amber, this recipe calls for 4 pieces of coal resin, 2 pieces of sand resin, 2 pieces of gravel resin, and 1 piece of clay resin. And there you go. We've got that. Amber is the color of my dinosaur. We're going to come over here. We're going to throw that into the melter, and it is going to slowly melt down and become molten iron. Now, what we need to make an iron tree is an Acacia Sapling. Now, to make an Acacia Sapling, we're going to need an Apple Sapling. And this is really where things kind of get bogged down. There are 2 ways of getting in an Apple Sapling. One is to use a market, whereas you can buy the apple seeds for beet seeds, or the other way is to take an apple in your world, crush it in a crushing tub, and get apple seeds that way. So now I'm going to leave the market method for a different video, but this episode we are going to work on getting an apple into our world. Now, the easiest way of doing that is with a regular oak sapling. Now, to make a oak sapling, we need to start with a dirt sapling, and then a cauldron of water, right click, we have now got our oak sapling. So let's come over here. We're going to plant that. We're going to go twerk. And as soon as it gets up, we're going to go take our stone crook and right click. And did we get lucky? I'm going to say no. So let's go and we'll place 3 more. And actually, let's get rid of this wood while we are here. And we're going to go twerk. And which one's going to go first? These guys don't even want it. We're going to go do the backwards method. See, there you go. As soon as I turn my back on them, they are sprouting up. So let's see if we can get an apple from this guy here. There's still no apple, huh? Try it 1 more time. Well, 2 more times, or as many times as it's going to take. I may cut here, and we'll be coming back once I get that apple. So, holy cow. This is taking a lot longer than I thought. There we go. There we go. That took, oh, I almost walked off the edge there. That took a longer time than I thought it was going to, but that is okay. Actually, let's clean up these guys right here. And we're just going to get rid of those leaves, and we're going to go and chop that wood down. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this apple, we're going to place it in a crushing tub and jump. And there we go. We now have some apple seeds. We're going to place it down in the dirt. And as you can see, this is a little bit different than growing it from a sapling. This is I'm going to say an actual plant. Now, if we twerk, you can see nothing is going on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of bone meal and we're just going to right click that up. We now have an apple sapling. Now from here, we still cannot twerk. And this is really, really unfortunate. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right click and we're just going to bone meal that up. We now have a full tree. If we left this for long enough, it would develop its own apples, which we could harvest and, you know, use them around the world. But I'm not interested in apples right now. I am interested in apple saplings. So we're going to go break that. And there we go. We now have some apple saplings along with our oak sapling. So let's come back over here. Now we're going to take the apple sapling, very similar to how we made the oak sapling. We're just going to right click on a bucket or a cauldron of water. That gets us our acacia sapling. We'll come over here. We'll place it in the casting table. We'll right click with the molten iron in there. And there you go. So we just got to wait very, very slowly. And any second now. There you go. We now have ourselves a iron sapling. We're going to come over here. As we've done previously, let's get rid of that wood. And we're going to go and place that iron sapling down. We are going to twerk it up. And any second now, we might have to do the backwards because it is shy. There we go. And we'll grab all those leaves. We'll grab all that resin, and there you go. So now what we want to do is make ourselves a block of iron. So as you can see in here, we've got one iron ingot. Now, one iron ingot is not going to get us anywhere because we can't pour it into the casting table, and there is no way of making a mold without gold or lead. We're just not quite far enough along in our world to do that. So the way to get iron ingots early on in Skyfactory 4 is to make a full block and then break that block down into ingots. Now, to do that, we are going to need 3 more pieces of iron amber, and I do not think we've got enough here. So what we're going to do really quickly is we're going to come over here. We're going to plant one, let's do 2 more. And we'll see if we're going to need 15, no, so we're going to need 12 of the acorns, and the resin should come naturally with that. You'll find as you're making these blocks, it's the acorns that you tend to run the most out of. Now, the really, really cool thing about once we get iron in this world is we can start making some hopping bonsais. You may have noticed that I have not used any of the regular bonsais. I've been saving them for the hopping bonsais because the regular bonsais are nice, but they are pretty much just as much work as manually growing your trees. You get less for each one, and you just got to constantly go back and forth. So I've decided to wait on the bonsais until we got the iron, and then we can jump right to the hopping bonsais. But if we come over here, we're going to go and spread that out, and that was really, really poor. But we're going to take those. Actually, I did not get as much resin as I had hoped, but I got enough. Oh, I did not get enough. Yes, I did. There we go. We got 3 iron amber. We're going to come over here. We're going to throw these 3 into the melter. Each one of these is going to give us 2 ingots. So 6, 7. Oh, I'm actually going to need 1 more, am I? I'm going to need 1 more. I miscounted completely. And there we go. So as soon as one of these melts in there, we should have 6, 7, and then 8, 9 will get us our full block worth of iron. So I'm going to cut here, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so the last piece is almost done. I think we got 1 more tick. There we go. We've got 1 block worth of iron. We're going to right click on here, and once it fills up the casting basin, we'll have a full block of iron. Now, like I said before, there is no way of getting a cast made for anything until you get your gold or your lead. So this is a good way of getting the iron you're going to need for the hopping bonsais really early. And any second now we should be able to. We're only up at like 80%. We're getting there. We're getting there. And there we go, done. So we're going to take that iron, and actually we can just do that right here. And there we go. We've got 9 iron ingots, and there we have made the advancement. Oh, the irony. The irony has been made, and that is absolutely perfect. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you did, please think about leaving a like and a subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JackelWolf. Also, check out the description below. There is a link to my Discord page. I would love it if you stop by to say hi. As well, I've been streaming modded Minecraft Saturday nights about 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I would love if you guys stopped by and said hi there as well. But that is it. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.